This week's main event for mortgage rates was Jerome Powell's two-day congressional testimony. It's a Q&A session where he gave his annual monetary policy report. And his comments were very similar to last week's press conference following the Fed announcement, where they did, announce a pause, so no hike, but they did release the dot plot, which is a forecast by individual Fed members of their projected path for the federal funds rate through the end of 23, 24, and 25. And it was really this dot plot that caught the markets off guard, this projection of two additional rate hikes by the end of 23. And that's really where most of the questions were centered around. Now, Wednesday, there wasn't a lot of volatility, but we did see it on Thursday where Powell basically said, hey, you know what, short of a steep drop in inflation, of a drop in payroll and wage growth, that they felt was going to be appropriate to have two additional hikes by the end of the year. They want to contract the economy further, slow down across sectors. They want to push down prices and get inflation closer to their 2% target. And it were these comments that really caused additional weakness across bonds and unfortunately caused rates to worsen on Thursday. Now, we did see improvements on Friday, courtesy of some very positive global PMI data. It's an indication of contraction across various economies around the EU specifically. Here in the US, manufacturing and servicing data kind of cancel each other out. So we did see a little bit of pullback, but all in all, rates closed out on Friday in much better territory than we open up on Tuesday. So definitely a great sign. Now, next week, we do have PCE. It's a personal consumption expenditure. This is the Fed's favorite inflation metric. We also have the advanced reading of the first quarter GDP, so that will also be a big market mover, along with some other consumer sentiment data as well. You have any questions about these headlines? You want to talk about these rate trends? Or if you want to talk about your pre-approval options and how to best position yourself in a very aggressive housing market, give me a call. This is Billy.Saylor, your mortgage professor, 571-330-5884. Have a great week.